Hello everyone, it is Foul Player here, and we are back today for another Blue-White Bogle League. Alright, so list-wise I have not changed very much from the last time I played the deck. I can't quite remember if the last video I did for you guys or not, if I had the inclusion of Aqueous Form or not, but I've picked up Aqueous Form. I think it was the one I recorded during the week and it didn't go particularly great. But yeah, I picked up Aqueous Form mostly because there's a few spirit decks running around. There's other decks that have flying. This deck doesn't have any trample or any like protection from creatures or anything, so it's pretty easy for your opponents to stonewall you through your flying effect. So my idea is give your creature unblockable at the cheap price of 1 mana. When you attack, you get a scry. This pairs well with your card draw from your Curious Obsession or Staggering Insight. And your scry that you get there will, as long as you've got a draw effect on it, will essentially be like draw 2, or like as far as if you're looking for something, like if you're looking for your force or your stubborn denial, your path, your sideboard card, whatever you're looking for there, it'll scry you to it. So should be pretty powerful, should be pretty strong. Obviously, I have gone down by 1 Arcane Flight, so I'm only running 3 of these right now. I want to test it like that. I really want to see and highlight the power of this Aqueous Form. See what it's about. See if it's any good. Other than that, sideboard-wise, packing a little bit of hate for Blast Zone decks. They seem to have gone down a little bit, like the Mono Red Prowess within the last week. It seems to have died off a little bit. A few less people are like keen on it. Yep, nonetheless, I'm going to pack some Pithing Needles for it. It's of course good against other decks as well. And Path to Exile, we've got 2 in the main, 2 on the side. And that's just going to be really good for those creature decks, those Scourge of the Skyclave decks, Hushbringer for Skyclave Apparition decks, Deprive for mostly like Tron decks, and it's really good, like counters their creatures. Ulamog doesn't just beat us now, like it exiles 2 permanents, which is really good, but if you counter it, they don't have the 10/10 body that exiles stuff as it attacks. Echoing Truth as a bit of hate for Ensnaring Bridge. Lavinia, a bit of hate for Summoner's Pact, for Nourishing Shell, things like that, Neoform, Amulet Titan, decks like that. Of course, Leylands for discard, and yeah, we're going to take this, jump into a league, hopefully it goes well. Okie dokie, so getting right into match 1 here. Looks like we lost the die roll, presumably that means draw. And we are up against Chizami. It's a cool little avatar he's got. Everyone likes dragons, right? Okay, so we're versing a Lurrus deck, which probably means Death Shadow. I think I'm going to keep this. It's pretty land heavy, but we can obviously go off pretty hard. Alright, we'll fake control deck, I suppose, with the flooders around here. Play the Synchron Curse and fake we're on Ad Nauseam or something. At which point they'd probably just like Thoughtseize us. Alright, so definitely a shadow deck. We do have the Invisible Stalker, which has built-in evasiveness. Really good. I'm just getting red in 6? Okay, that's fine. I think it's pretty unlikely our opponent's going to have any main deck Blood Moon or anything after fetching like that. So let's get the Heliod Fountain, bring it in tapped. We rip a Path to Exile. That's awesome. I'll take that. Alright, so we're throwing our opponent off a little bit with our first turn. And we'll see if we get Thoughtseize now. If we do, they're probably taking core, right? Swiss Spear. You could also play Skyclaves now. Iok, yep. Alright, there's a discard effect. Probably the Path, I guess, that they'll get rid of. This is actually a pretty good hand. I don't know why a Prowess deck is running red and 6. That seems a little bit greedy. It's not really what their deck's trying to accomplish, in my opinion. Really? You just gone straight for the Death Shadow? Okay. So that means we can get down our core Spirit Dancer and protect it for free without like any risk whatsoever. So let's go ahead and do that. We might want to chump block, but if they have like a discard spell, Spirit Dance is probably Spirit Dance is probably our only way to win. Let's just chill for a turn. Try and slow the game down. I think even if they have a discard spell, Spirit Dance is our only way to win it. So we could double block the Death Shadow. And the most they can do is pump it by 3. And then if they have mutagenic growth, it's really bad. Or Team of Battle Rage, it's not great. I think it's worth forcing the issue here on the Death Shadow. Because we've got Totem Armor on Spirit Dancer. It's going to live afterwards. I sort of think the way they like tapped out last turn that they might not have the removal spell. Although if they have the removal spell, maybe this is just like way too greedy. Right. So they're going to Fatal Push it. Alright. We've been had. And he's going to eat both my creatures. Oh, man. That was a terrible line from me. I don't know if we can come back from that. Guess we can always rip creature off the top, but yeah, I think we did ourselves in there. Alright, let's concede. That's fine. Yeah, I should have seen that line. That's really, really bad of me. Alright, so Path is going to be really good here. Echoing Truth and Leyline of Sanctity. We don't want to remove like our counter spells here, most likely. We're bringing in removal anyway, so it's not like Team of Battle Rage is going to go unanswered. And then probably just trim on Spirit Dancer. Trim a mana source. What's the aura to cut after this? Maybe I cut a Stalker here or a Staggering Insight. I think I'm going to cut the Staggering Insight. We've still got 6 sources of life gain auras, so... Alright, let's not make any stupid chump blocks like last game. Sweet, we'll keep this. It's like really good hand. Really, really good hand. Even if they take Curious Obsession, we get like a massive creature. Massive 5-power creature. Well, goodbye, Curious Obsession, but I think probably the safest line is to. Yeah, well, we're not going to have a 5-power creature. We're going to have a 4-power creature. I don't have double ethereal. So they might take ethereal here. I don't think that's correct, but I think they have to take Curious Obsession. It's just such a powerful effect in the context of this game here. All right, never mind. They're going their own way. Right on time. Alright, there's a consideration there to play the second aura, second main, so we deal 1 less damage to our opponent. The Death Shadow comes down slightly smaller next turn, but I think we don't have to worry about that, hopefully. Scourge. Okay. Let's attack. Post blockers will fetch the land before we'll deal damage. Just gonna fetch a basic planes here. Just want to thin the deck slightly. Increase my chances of drawing a relevant card. Alright, instead we draw Leyline. Alright, Scourge is gonna start hitting in, getting bigger. Maybe it's just correct to not fetch there or not play the land until post combat. Because now my opponent's Scourge is gonna go up to 6 instead of being all the way down at 4. Wow. We've had like horrible draw like this game. We literally have not drawn an aura that was not in our opening hand, and we've had what 2 attacks? No, 3 attacks. 3 attacks and 3 draw steps, and this is the rubbish my deck has given me. Holy moly! All right, well we'll get down that super duper leyline production. Yeah, I think we're being licked here. Oh, we could just draw like an aura. Preferably like something that gains life or something that has evasiveness. Which, to be fair, is most of our auras. So opponent puts us at 2. -4. Oh, wait, yeah, because it has the double strike interaction. Are you kidding me? Oh, there's something relevant. Holy shit. Holy crap. Well, I think the Moto Gods just did not want us to win that game. Obviously, we didn't want to win game 1 with how we blocked and everything. But yeah, the Moto Gods were not doing us any favors with the like drawing of all lands in that late line. That's just fucking disgusting. Alright, let's make it happen here, match 2. Alright, we're up against Cold Pierre. Or Pierre. Cold Pierre. No little dash above the E, but you know, it's possible. Alright, so we lost the die roll. Opponent's going first, keeping 7. We don't have a creature, so we throw this. Alright, we'll keep this one. And bottom the Waterlog Grove. Alright, done deal. All sorted. Let's get into it. See, where was that life gain against Skyclave? I say after boarding 1 source out. Maybe I should have boarded out something else. Dark Slick Shores and Nihil Spellbomb. Alright. What's my opponent up to? I'm very confused right now. Oh, it's an Urza deck thing. Great. Alright, well that's really annoying. Well, they might search something wrong here with the Goblin Engineer. So go us. The Flooded Strand might be throwing them off. I hate this deck so much, man. Main deck Ensnaring Bridge, like, go away. Go away. Any deck that plays main deck Ensnaring Bridge can just, like, bugger off. Alright. So... get out an Invisible Stalker here. Get some card draw happening with Staggering Insight. Yeah, no engineered explosives for you, buddy. Sacking the spell bomb to the Goblin Engineer. Oh, do they get to pay the mana and then draw a card off of the spell bomb as well? That's pretty nifty. Opponent missed a land drop for the turn. We just get a chance to resolve Core Spirit Dancer here. Pretty unopposed, so let's just go ahead and do that. Resolve. Totem Armor. Attack for 2. Attack for 1, sorry. Alright. Knock him to 17. What do they got? We might be able to just chain enough auras onto the Spirit Dancer that she's lethal next turn. Obviously, my opponent missed a land drop last turn. They might be missing one this turn as well. Never mind. There's a land. Getting back the Misha's Bobble. Alright, so that's probably good for us. 7 cards in their hand, but they are a little bit stuffed at the moment. I think we just want to race as quick as we can here. Alright, so they get a counterspell there. Main deck. Metallic Rebuke? Yeah, calm down. Alright, well, it's just more damage if we throw down these auras here. Oh, card draw. I'll take the card draw over the evasiveness right now. This is our turn 4. Alright. So we get our opponent nice and low. Draw a card. Alright. Still no force in hand, so that's really irritating. If we had force, we could potentially stop them from just throwing down Ensnaring Bridge. But we don't. So we just have to hope that they don't have it or can't get to it. Opponent concedes. Alright, well, I'd like to say we're extremely lucky our opponent just did nothing then. Let's bring in the Echoing Truth. Of course, it just like puts them wherever it feels like. All right, let's switch back to this view. I want to actually be able to see what I'm doing, right? Not just yeah. See what I'm potentially bringing in. So opponent can have discard effects because they are in black, but I don't really think we want to play around that. Kind of unsure about Spirit Dancer. It seems really good in some senses, but then like pretty weak in others. Echoing Truth obviously answers Ensnaring Bridge, which is really good, or at least answers it for a turn, which can be enough. And I don't know how many paths are going to be really all that necessary. Obviously dealing with Urza is quite good. We might need to deal with Emery, so probably 3 is what the actual right number is. The Pithing Needle sort of overlaps with Path, but does multiples. Alright, let's go down to 2. That's a cool. Leave in Daybreak. Good aggressive aura. We'll take out a couple of staggerings and an Aqueous form there. Got a fair amount of counter magic now. Hopefully we can apply the pressure beforehand. Hopefully we don't just get like Thought Seized out of the game. Alright, so we'll keep this one. Opponent mulligans to 6. So yeah, strong keep here. It's a very aggressive clock we get with this hand. Opponent keeping 6. Same one, not Thoughtseize. Alright, sweet. We get there. We draw our 3rd Ethereal Armor. Holy cow. That is aggressive. Oh, Mystical Dispute. Please don't be Mystical Dispute, man. Oh, you gave me a heart attack for nothing, opponent. Oof. Oof. Thopter Foundry, sure. Yeah, I don't know why I took out Aqueous Form over Arcane Flight. When they've got Thopter Foundries, that's pretty loose. Alright, attack for 10. Opponent's dead on next attack. Well, I guess they can just put up a dorky little one power, 1 toughness blocker. There's the Ensnaring Bridge. I'm thrilled about that, in case nobody could tell by the tone of my voice. Alright, let's throw down a couple of creatures. And the Urza. Big yikes. Well, we can kill over 4 turns with Invisible Stalker, which is something. If they don't empty their hand, which they can because Urza's got this stupid static ability that adds blue mana. I think we've been bested this game. So frustrating. Worth a 3? What are they getting with the second effect? A Sword of the Mink? Why'd they worth a 3 instead of 2 then? Yeah, we just lose to the combo here. Sure, whatever. Sure, whatever. Alright, so we definitely want our Arcane Flight. Maybe we do want Spirit Dancer because it allows us to like get a draw engine going through the Ensnaring Bridge. I think Deprived just probably isn't that good. Might just remove all the Arcane Flights and bring in some Staggering Insights. This plays around like Engineered Explosives a little bit as well. Alright, well, I'm keeping this. We want to see second mana source though. There it is. Alright. Yep. Throw down this one. I'd be very upset if they did a Mystical Dispute there, but I think it's worth going for. We draw Pithing Needle? Okay. Okay. I'm down with that. Let's get our Core Spirit Dancer down. We'll put down the Ahina Umbra on her. So we're going to draw a card off that. We're going to draw a card off the Force. Sorry, draw a card off the Bogle attacking. Force is live. We can, you know, pitch Aqueous Form. Stubborn Denial to that. Counter something important here. Finally get to function the way the deck is supposed to function, where you tap out and then you're able to counter stuff. So with this Pithing Needle, obviously we can name Thopter Foundry to shut down the sword combo. We might need to name Engineered Explosives as well, potentially, but we can just counter that. Sure. Either my opponent takes the Force, or we counter their next thing. Opponent taking a lot of damage off the Thoughtseize as well. The only problem like I have with Pithing Needle here is you have to preemptively play it to shut down the effect. It's like way less good playing it if you just name something blind and then they have the other card. Obviously it's really powerful, but it's like a little bit awkward as well, right? Maybe I just want Path instead, I don't know. Although this does answer Engineered Explosives, which is a big problem for us. Alright, so opponent finally decides they've taken the Force of Negation. Yep, that's what it is. Is there a follow-up from my opponent as well? Alright, they're playing slow again. And there's the Goblin Engineer. What do they search? I wonder if that's going to be a 2-minute decision as well. We'll see. So my opponent finds a Spell Scout there. So we can play Aqueous Form, Pithing Needle, holding up Stubborn Denial. It seems like fine enough. Aqueous Form adds power to Core Spirit Dancer anyway, so not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we want Ethereal Armor on top. So here, I'm pretty sure we just want to name Thopter Foundry. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll hold up Stubborn Denial. Really, Spellscout's not going to do anything here, not when we've got an unblockable Core Spirit Dance already on board. I feel like they were trying to bait us into some sort of a trap there. I don't know. That seems like an extremely odd target for Engineer. They didn't have the Metallic Rebuke there, so we win. Alright, like, honestly, why are you slow rolling, dude? Fuck. I just, like, snap conceded to the combo that you had, so... Alright, well, go and attack here. I guess I should put some more auras down in case they've got Fatal Push. Snaring Bridge. That's instant speed, dude? Oh, man. Alright. Get in for 2. Draw a card. Alright, we'll hold up Path. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that could so cheaply get their bridge back. My bad. Doing my best to punt this game a little bit here. Obviously, putting Hyena Umbra on the Bogle makes it harder for it to attack through the Ensnaring Bridge, but by the same extent, it also allows me to like survive and engineered explosives, which can be quite important here. So I think overall it's probably okay. Alright, opponent with the Watery Grave in tapped. Not interested in taking 2 points of damage, unfortunately. And we'll just hold Path up here. It doesn't need to hit Engineered just yet. For opponent looks to like Academy Rune something on top as well, we can just Path there. Creature. Alright, we'll attack with Slippery Bogle here. Our opponent's doing the chump block. Sure. just play out an Invisible Stalker now. You really want to counter an Invisible Stalker? Go for it. Surely not. Okay. I'm not sad to see that Metallic Rebuke out of their hand. That's fine by me. Alright, let's path this stupid Urza with this on the stack so that they can't get anything extra out. I should have done it with the token trigger on the stack. Oh well. Okay, so Urza down. And they get a star. We're now out of fetchable targets for our lands. Oh man. Be so much better with a blue-white Horizon land here. Alright, so we are literally just drawing to our Echoing Truth, and then we can get the win after that. Opponent getting Spellskite. Shrug. No real need to path now. Yeah, let's just hold this path in hand. Opponent with another Urza. Alright. Kill this stupid one. Alright, they can just redirect it to Spellskite. This does nothing. Yeah, I should have left this in hand until they go for something bigger. Big mistake here. They let that resolve? Surely the Spellskite's more important. What? Okay. A Thopter Foundry they can't activate? Sure. Let's play out Core Spirit Dancer. It plays around Thoughtseize, but is worse against, obviously, a removal spell. We'll play it down there. This is good. Now when we start drawing auras, we can chain auras into our Echoing Truth and win the game. Explosives on one. Just in time. Wait, are they doing it now? That can't be right. Don't you do it attack step, opponent? Well, that'd be just about right. We've had like 5 dead draws in a row. This is ridiculous. And now they're just gonna like eat all our creatures for free, but we also can't afford to not play Invisible Stalker there. I don't know. Maybe a wait a turn for Stalker. I don't think it matters. I think we just drew dead way too many times. Like if we draw an aura there and then we chain auras into double auras, Echoing Truth bounce, and then we win. But last opponent gets like a free 4 for 0 or 4 for 2. I hate this game so much. I'm just gonna concede. This is a waste of my fucking time now. This is a joke. That card is just dumb in this deck. Like, why should someone get to reoccur that stupid effect? It's just, you know, just too powerful. Okay, so here we are for match 3. We won the die roll. Up against John. I have versed John before. No idea what he's on. Hopefully it's not that stupid Devoted Company deck. It's a Lurus deck. No creature, throw. Alright, this hand's good. We keep. Bottom the Spirit Dancer. Done. And, yep. Start playing our stuff. No matter what, we get a card draw aura down. I'm incentivized to do the Staggering Insight first for the life gain effect. Or the guaranteed life gain effect, which will shut off a Scourge here. Iok, alright. Goodbye Staggering Insight, I think. Yep, there it is. So if that was like a Seachrome Coast I drew, I would have played it instead because it keeps Scourge offline, but as it is, I need to empty those auras onto the field. Draw another Bogle. Yeah. Pretty medium. Yeah, hopefully we just draw one of our other 6 life gain auras. And then this match is easy from that point. Sure. Okay. So you got mutagenic growth here. Lightning Bolt. It's like working pretty hard to get rid of my totem armor, right? I guess it makes enough sense. Sure. Revealing this last card could be a mistake. But it's also like a very effective chump blocker, so I don't know. I feel like we just take this one. I really wish I had blocked that last attack. This would have been a 2-2. We would have been able to attack with Slippery Bogle. Attack for 1. Daybreak. Yeah, I played that last turn horribly. I'm just not used to playing around Scourge. It's just such a powerful card. Like, absurdly powerful card. Okay. So obviously my opponent can have something like Team of Battle Rage here and chump block quite effectively. But then we at least kill the shadow, shrink the Scourge right on down. Lightning bolt themselves again. Okay. Got a chump blocker for Scourge now. Or we kill them in 2 attacks. And a Croxer. Hooray. Chump block the fat one. Can I even win this now? No. Alright, whatever. Scourge is just so fucking broken, man. So fucking broken. Oh my god. Alright, paths are good. Counterspell's probably bad. Echoing Truth probably good. And yeah, I really don't see Leyline being good enough. Obviously, it shuts down their discard, but how many auras am I taking out for it? The answer's too many, so I'm not interested in that. Actually, Deprive could be good. It counters their creatures. Alright. Bit too slow there. Yep, keep. Okay, so opponent does not have Luris as a companion anymore, which must mean they sideboard in something with CMC of 3 or greater, or permanent with CMC of 3 or greater. I'm not 100% sure what it can be. Opponent looking at the top card of their own library with the Mishra's Bauble. Okay. So opponent, yeah, lightning bolts us, which is sort of what I figured they'd be doing. Alright, that's a good draw. Here comes the Scourge. Alright, that's a good draw as well. Don't want to take too much damage here. For fear of Fatal Push, I'm gonna just enchant the Slippery Bogle with this one. If I knew I was just up against a Lightning Bolt deck, obviously, it'd be easier to not do that. Well, we can kill our opponent next turn and chump block with Core Spirit Dancer, Sacrificial Chump Block, yeah, sure. We just like Aqueous Form and win next turn. So let's go for that. Original plan was sort of chump block, but then it was like, yeah, big creature, low life total. Let's do it. Another Scourge, sure. And a Shadow. Alright, well, Aqueous Form comes on through for the win. And life gain, yeah, go team. Good team. Alright, so what was I saying? Deprive can be good. It's probably less good on the draw, actually. Alright, so on the draw, I'm much more scared of Thoughtseers, so I'm bringing the Ley Lines, removing my Core Spirit Dancer and 3 Hyena Umbras. Well, is this not just a spicy hand? We're going to keep this. Triple Path with Evasiveness on our creature. That all seems pretty good to me. Bomac Courier? Yikes. Okay. Always happy to see an ethereal armor. Game 3, see Bomac Courier for the first time. Pretty wild. I think we're going to be facing a Scourge now. Yep, there he is. Alright, so... drawing land would have been good. We just can't attack. I don't want to ramp my opponent's mana, like, and have them untapped with that ramped mana. I'd rather just, like, chill for a turn, let them go a bit crazy. Maybe we catch them at a funny time with our path. Alright, I'm gonna not declare blockers because it's probably more sus if I do. Alright, so no effects from my opponent, so we'll path this stupid Scourge. Finally. Alright, so... sort of sketch. Need to take a little bit of damage here. And we can start the crackback clock now. Okay, so now we got two sources of unblockable next turn. Oh, well, a flying and an unblockable, but for the purposes of my opponent's deck, unblockable, and we'll get the win. Unless these Bomac couriers can, you know, really go ham. They might be cashing in one of them soon. I don't know. Yeah. So discarding Lightning Bolt, Thoughtseize, Timber Battle Rage, and a land, and cashing in the other one as well. Oh, so if you cash them both in on the stack, that's pretty nifty interaction. Alright, let's just do this one. And just show the power of our hand right here. And this one. And the flight. Opponent concedes to that. Yeah, bargain. Alright, well, we didn't get to show him the flying effect. I wanted to show him like just how stacked my hand was that game, but obviously not. Alright, so on the board. Doing the good stuff. Alright, so match 4, we won the die roll. Gonna be on that play. Up against Bene 182. No creature in hand, so we're gonna throw this. No creature in hand, so we're gonna throw this. And yeah. It's got a creature, let's keep. I think Aqueous Form might actually be needed to help filter our draws. Like, obviously, it doesn't add a stat, but if we can guarantee what we're drawing the next turn is going to be something good, obviously that's going to help us win. So I'm going to bottom the Arcane Flight, the Force of Negation. I could have just, like, played Windswept Teeth and fetched a tapped Hallowed Fountain, maybe. See, we just want to untap. Oh, it's the Opps Spells deck. Great. Love that deck. Well, if we get a Daybreak creature online, we might actually be okay. So if we draw a land in this next turn, doesn't matter which land, but if we draw it, we'll have Daybreak Coronet live and Vigilance Lifelink live. Usually this deck goes off on turn 3. Sometimes it can go off earlier, obviously. Well, there's the ritual, so get ready for some fun. It's the Charbelcher one? Really? Cool. Fun game. I love being on the play. It's so relevant. Go away. Go away, deck. Path is pretty dead here. Pithing Needle, pretty good. It can name Charbelcher. Or it can potentially name one of the creatures if they transition sideboard into the other list. I think Deprive. We want like all our counter spells, right? Oh, and Lavinia might slow them down for a turn as well. Because it's gonna like negate their rituals to a certain effect, right? For like one turn. One turn might be enough. I think if we're bringing Lavinia, we can take out some Stalkers. Shave a little bit there. Might just remove the other two and bring in my Hushbringers. Just because if they two transition sideboard, they are as good as an Invisible Stalker, right? We could bring in Leylines to stop them from shooting us in the face with the Charbelcher, but I feel like that's overboarding. I think this is plenty. Just remove some Arcane Flights. Aqueous Form's probably going to be slightly more effective, or at least more synergistic with our Curious Obsession, our Staggering. Well, I'd keep this if I had 2 mana, but I don't. So I'm going to look for something better. Alright, this is something better. So I'll keep this, I'll bottom the Plains, and we're going to want, you know, double blue to cast Deprive, right? Yeah, play out a Hushbringer. Opponent can like look to burn it with the land, the other red land that burns a creature out. And then we can just like force pitching the Curious Obsession and then hold up Deprive for whatever end combo spell that they're going to be going for. It's like really broken that these are just recognized as the spell side the whole time, and then the land is yeah. I mean, I think they'd be more balanced if they just did an errata text and stopped my opponent's deck from being a thing, but hey, salty Bogle player. Hopefully no lightning bolt here. That'd get me very much by surprise. All right, so in for 5, sorry. We draw a card. We have got Force of Negation live. And another Curious to play next turn. That's pretty nice. Alright, are we ready to do this? You can have your Prism. I don't care about your Prism. Or are you just going straight for the Belcher? Alright, well, we'll just counter the... Alright, let's counter that one. What set was that from? That's wacky. That is super wacky. Holy moly. Seven mana. Oof. Alright, we'll just name the Goblin Charbelcher here, so now if they play it, they won't be able to activate. We're holding up Deprive for any other effects. Opponent missed a land last turn and used up a few rituals. Sure. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If they don't, you mill 3 cards. Then deals damage to the player equal to the total CMC of those cards. We could counter it. Do we really need to? We have flying. Could take like 15. Yeah, I think this is a trap countering that. It's fine. Also, our Hushbringer just shuts down the ETB altogether. So it's a really good tech. Opponent just concedes to the attack. Sweet. Sweet. Well... We might just want Leyline here instead of our Pithing Needles. And then we'd need to find another 2 cards to cut. Getting to the stage where I'm drawing a lot of auras though, it's not necessarily the best. Alright. Let's go with that. After seeing the Combustion Gearhulk, I don't really think that my opponent transition sideboarded into the Thopter Sword, Creeping Chill, Bellatrix Spy, Vengevine combo. It's like an excellent control hand. I think we can keep. We just don't have a creature, but we could potentially draw one at some stage. Alright. So, yep, if we hit our second mana here, as long as it's a blue mana, we can, then deprive their Gearhulk, and for anything else we can force. Alright, so we do hit our land. Just continue playing patiently. When our opponent eventually decides to commit to the board, we get them that way. So we're not really playing like a Bogles deck this match. Playing like a control deck. Alright, now we can hardcast Force, so that's also quite nice. How does this deck even beat a control deck? Just holds up counter spells. Can it? Well, eventually we'll draw a creature and then we win. Or maybe they'll just scoop to us countering something. Alright, here it goes. Here's the Belcher. So we'll just hardcast this one. Exile that one as well. They won't be able to get it back from their graveyard. Man, I'm not even sure if they can deal with Leyline. I guess they could Thassa's Oracle or something on the battlefield and then win that way, so I guess it's just worth countering. Alright, well, we've we've hit every land drop. Now we just want to hit some creatures. Alright. We really look like a control deck this game, don't we? Hit every land drop, do nothing unless your opponent casts something. Alright, what are they casting? A Simian Spirit Guide, sure. I'd be surprised if this killed us. Alright, we found our creature. Swell. So we still hold up Deprive. We've got our creature on the board. Actually, I probably should have played the Staggering Insight over the Daybreak Coronet. If they play the instant which blows up our board, we might actually have to cash in our Deprive to save our creature. I guess it doesn't win them the game, but it's sort of bad for us. Well, I mean, we can just let that happen. We still have our creature. Theirs dies. We can cast Staggering Insight, Daybreak Coronet, attack. Although I really want to hold Deprive up, so we might just attack for 2 here. And if we draw a land, we can play second main Daybreak. Alright, so doing it this way really represents that we have a counterspell backup, I'm pretty sure. And right back under pressure. Star of Extinction. Taxian rare that I never thought would see play. That's crazy. Fortunately, our totem armor is good. That's cool. The visions will haunt me. I see the end of the world, brought on by the search for the immortal sun. Okay. Obviously, Taxian being like a dinosaur set, it was. Alright, let's counter that. I can't afford to let Blood Moon resolve, I don't think. Alright, so attack for 5. Hopefully draw something relevant. Yeah, sure. Stop our opponent from ramping into another star. So that's something. Might as well cast it. Really? Okay, Madcap the Chowbelcher? Wait, what? Okay, that's fine. I was about to be scared that they had a Platinum Empyrean. Maybe they do, they just hit the Belcher instead. So we sideboarded out all our paths, and our Echoing Truth is also on our sideboard, so we're really lucky that didn't hit. Okay, an opponent concedes the game to that, so bargain for us. On to the next match. So here we are for match 5, up against Chufel. Losing the die roll, likely on the draw. So we are on the draw. We don't have a creature in this hand, we have to throw it. We have 2 creatures in this hand we can keep. I'm gonna bottom the Spirit Dancer here. Hinge on Invisible Stalker. Uh-oh. Temple Garden, what are you doing? Oh no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Hopefully it is not a devoted combo deck. Either the devoted Druid Duskwatch Recruiter combo or the Heliod Sun combo. Both of those matchups are horrible for us. Did our opponent miss a land drop? Arbor Elf. Yeah, I'd say it's devoted combo of some description, because aren't they running Utopia Sprawl now in the Heliod combo list? Alright, I'm not entirely sure if playing creature is right here. Maybe we should just be holding up double path. I think we can wait a turn on that. I think. Likely their play will be Heliod this turn, or Conclave Mentor this turn, okay. And then they'll like Spike Feeder or something, but they don't have mana for that. It looks like double Conclave. Walking Ballista, okay. I don't really like not holding up double path here, but I do think I need to apply some sort of pressure. There's a chance we draw a land. I don't think we'd win the game if we just held up double path there. Alright, well, one path will have to do it, and then we can double Ethereal Armor and attack the turn after. Opponent's just going for it now, so we can kill their Walking Ballista in response. And they take the path mana instead of dealing the extra point of damage. That's interesting. So the real card we want to avoid seeing is Spike Feeder here. Especially with the Conclave Mentor out, that's just going to win it for our opponent. So Ethereal Armor enables the Stubborn Denial, which is true. And obviously we're also holding up Path. So we'll see what they do. If they go for like a tutor instant or sorcery, we'll just counter that. If not, we'll path the creature they play. Utopia Sprawl, that's fine. Three white mana, they've just got to be going for Walking Ballista, right? If they're just tapping for all white. Otherwise, if they'd be need double green for Spike Feeder. Skyclave Apparition. Another white permanent, please. No. I really want to path that Heliod. Thank goodness. They can sack that Captain Ranger of Eos in response to this and shrink the Heliod back down, but they don't do that. Okay, we're fortunate our opponent doesn't know the interaction. Or didn't think of the interaction in that instance. They get a Walking Ballista. Attack us for 3. Sure. This deck is packing like Skyclave Apparitions as well. That's just a little bit scary. We draw Daybreak Coronet. Sure. So the one known card in hand is the Walking Ballista they tutored with Captain Ranger. Or Ranger Captain of Eos. Got it backwards, but still. We just, play out some auras and win next turn. As long as they don't play Heliod, they draw Horizon Canopy for turn, so I guess they cycle that. They need exactly Heliod to win. Otherwise, I guess they're just going to play a giant Walking Ballista. 6. So it'll be a 3/3. That's not really good enough. If they attack us with the Alpha Strike, they can shoot their own creature in response, but that's not really winning them anything. So we can't cast non-creature spells because our opponent active the Ranger Captain of Eos. We can, however, hold out both Stubborn Denial and Path. Not great. So opponent gets another turn to try and do it. Opponent concedes. Wow. That is not a matchup we normally win. I feel like we were extremely lucky just now. Alright, so Deprive, Echoing Truth, Pithing Needle, Path. Feels like our counter spells are sort of medium here. Except for, you know, Deprive because it hits creatures, right? Might minus a couple of Daybreaks and a couple of Hyenas. And we'll submit. I still feel like we want Force of Negation, because if they do Elder Army's call, we do want to counter it. So we'll keep this. It's a good hand as far as our hands are concerned, but obviously it's weak to combo. Opponent keeping 7, that's pretty terrifying. Alright, any day now. Alright, so we go to our turn, we draw a Flooded Strand, we pass to our opponent, let them do their thing. Obviously we can fetch a Heliod Fountain here. In tapped, and at the moment we're holding up mana, pretending we have like a kill spell or something. Opponent cracking the Windswept Teeth. I guess I can do a turn 2 Heliod. Conclave Mentor, sure. Alright, so we draw Seachrome Coast. Alright, play out our Stalker. Hope we're good here. Opponent with the Collected Company. Well, there's a chance they hit it. Okay, sweet. They did not hit Spike Feeder though, so they don't instantly win off of, you know, life gain. Right, let's do Curious Obsession plus Aqueous Form. We'll get a Scry. We'll look for a path, mostly. Alright, Aqueous Form. And attacks, Scry. Always yield. Put that on the bottom. Ordinarily, you know, auras would be good, but we're definitely looking for something more exciting than that. Alright, if they have it, they have it. Let's play the second main. Ethereal. Like, they're just gonna go for it anyway if they have it, right? Cool, they have the shit version. Awesome. I love dying to life gain as opposed to like anything relevant. Cool. Collected Company almost makes me want the Stubborn Denial a bit more. Um. Leylands could potentially shut off like my opponent's combo for one turn, where as far as like if they walking ballista combo, they won't be able to target me. They could make a giant creature, gain a bunch of life. Oh, they can just, yeah, they can gain 1,000,000 life just by targeting itself though. Like they can target another creature on the board and they can target their own creature a heap of times. Their own walking ballista that exponentially gets larger, so. Alright, let's submit the list. We will go on the play. Yikes. Guess we keep bottom staggering. Opponent keeping a 7. Prismatic Vista. Does the deck really need Prismatic Vista? So we get unblockable, we get attack and scry 1. Looking for land here. Definitely not an exciting attack. Without another, like a card draw aura on it, but we need a guarantee we hit that land right. Put that on bottom. When it plays the Conclave Mentor. Untapping a forest, you got another mana dork now? You do have another mana dork, okay. Alright, so we're really looking for that land now. Alright, we find it. Good team. Just get the Heliod Fountain here. I don't want to be like switched off Deprive or switched off Daybreak. Bottom the Invisible Stalker. Obviously that's not a card we want. Already got a creature and a backup creature. We've already got unblockable on this one. Alright, so drawing Curious Obsession, that's a bit more exciting. And cracking the Windswept Heath. So they have access to 5 mana here, so they can untap their forests and get like a Walking Ballista collected company. Okay, sure. Alright, and they blank, so I'm happy about that. This opponent gonna activate the Captain Ranger during their turn or else. Just leave it sitting there maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, well they haven't activated it. Use the active on it. I think we need an Ethereal Armor here, even though would be nice. This is just a much faster clock. Let's top this one. We want to draw at least 1 land so we can path right. Alright, moment of truth. Opponent going for another collected company here? Sure. So Skyclave takes away our ethereal armor. I thought they'd want to take away the aqueous form. So walking ballista on 1 as well. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure we just want to path this Captain Ranger here. Take 2. Otherwise, I'll lock us off playing spells during our turn, and that's really not good for us at all. We draw ethereal armor, we can win. Pretty much need exactly ethereal armor though. Alright, let's activate card draw mode, i.e. desperation mode. So we'll bottom this one. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll bottom it. Like, it could be useful if we get to next turn and all they do is blow up our unblockable. But we have got like a lot of triggers here, a lot of card draw. Alright, we'll fake we have some sort of interaction. Echoing Truth, unfortunately, just costs 1 mana too much. You hit it right on the critical turn. Please say, please don't, please don't. Looks like they're going for another collected company, because they wanted to fetch beforehand, right? Captain Ranger? Sure. Getting a Giver of Runes. And another Spike Feeder. Alright, let's attack and draw a bunch. See how much life they can gain in response with their Spike Feeders. play out an Invisible Stalker here. We've got Stubborn Denial and Echoing Truth, which we can do stuff with. My opponent doesn't have lethal, so that's something. Just got the Slippery Bogle to really strike fear into their heart. They're now on 1. Collected Company, I say no. I think we just have it. Their Spike Feed is not going to do enough. Unless they're really slow rolling the Heliod here, but I don't think so. Opponent concedes. Alright. Good team. We beat Heliod combo. That is something very impressive. Okay. So yeah, deck wise, I think most things are fine. I think we probably want to minus a planes actually. Just add in an extra fetch land somewhere. Just because we really need double blue and double white quite regularly. I know we've only got 1 Stubborn Denial in the list, but it's quite important to be able to hold up. And then when we sideboard into Deprives, we really need it as well. Other than that, I'm not sure how worth Lavinia is. Like, I've had her in here for a while, and she's really not been that impressive to me. We might just want a different effect to that. I'm not entirely sure what effect that would be. Aqueous Form. Honestly, I think it was pretty reasonable. Like, it can be redundant on the Invisible Stalker without adding a stat, and all it adds is a scry. But then it gives like our Slippery Bogle or our Core Spirit Dancer unblockable. That's really powerful. Good synergy with our card draw. I think it's fun. I think a 3-3 split between that and the Arcane Flight's a pretty reasonable number. Probably one of the main weaknesses of Aqueous Form is if we have Aqueous Form plus the Ethereal Armor. It only gives us 3 power, so we don't have Ferocity enabled on the 1 of Stubborn Denial. I would like that Stubborn Denial, obviously, to become a Force of Negation at some point, though. So, realistically, that synergy sort of, like, just dies a little bit once we upgrade our deck. Other than that, yeah, maybe Lavinia for something else. I'm not quite sure what. Comment down below if you can think of a better replacement, a good replacement for Lavinia. Other than that, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Let me know if you did. Be sure to subscribe if you're new and want daily Bogle content. Thanks all for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.